Well, what's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 13 in my 14th annual 31 Days of Horror, a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And today I decided to go with a film that I'd never seen before. It's been sitting on the shelf for quite a while in the Vinegar Syndrome section, and that film is Beware, Children at Play, from the year 1989. So a little backstory on this one. I say I've never seen it before, and that is true, but I do remember when I first got Netflix streaming, like I did the DVD by mail thing, and I got tons of movies, like I did like the 4 out at a time or 3 out of it at a time, and I would just cycle through like crazy. Like it was I wasn't working at the time, and I was just like going through movies like nuts, man. Right around then, as soon as the streaming part of it was introduced, I hopped on it and started watching stuff that was streaming. And this was one of the films I believe that was streaming on there. And you know me, horror fan, I'm just like clicking on all the horror stuff I haven't seen. And I clicked on this one, and I feel like I made it like 20 minutes in and just tapped out and was like, this ain't for me. I was definitely a lot more highbrow maybe back then. I was a lot more like, I don't think I really seen any trauma movies, which this is a trauma film, by the way. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been just a trauma distributed film. I don't know if it was actually like a production or not. I don't think it was. But anyway, so I pretty much tapped out of that one. And like in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have finished it, because the best part of this movie is like the final like 10 minutes, and it's absolutely absurd. So this film, the sweet and short of the plot is there's a kid and his father hiking in the woods. The father steps on a bear trap. He says that help's going to come. Help doesn't come, and he eventually starts to die, but he wants his son to eat him so that his son can survive. Flash forward a bunch of years later, a bunch of children from this town start disappearing into the woods, and this family is traveling through, and their daughter disappears as well. There's also this weird like Bible thumping guy who is like warning people, like sort of like a Crazy Ralph type thing. And then you pretty much find out that the children that have disappeared have like sort of joined this like almost like Children of the Corn culty thing, and they're just killing people in the area. So that's basically the plot. This movie's pretty boring for a lot of the movie. In fact, there's like a ton of just like slow, boring dialogue scenes where everybody's acting feels wooden as hell, except for like 1 or 2 characters. And then every once in a while you'll get like a child murder or something. And that's basically the movie up until the end. Well, there actually is some like weirdo like kid essay on a woman with kids watching type thing that is pretty uncomfortable as well. But the final sequence in this movie involves a lot of child death, and it is absolutely absurd and hilarious and stupid, and it's amazing. Like, it is so funny. I don't laugh a lot out loud at like dumb stuff in movies, but this one had me laughing out loud. Like if I'm in a group or something, like it makes me more inclined to like laugh for some reason. It's like infectious, but like if it's just me, I don't really like just start laughing in the mid, like while I'm by myself. But I did in this movie because it was so ridiculous and stupid. The thing about it is like some of the choreography and like it's child actors, right? So all these kids are like, like, oh, here, like pretend to be shot, and it's like half these kids are just like, oh, and like they fall down, and it's like just so cartoony and stupid. So the choreography is a mess, but it's such a big scene that it's like you really appreciate that they just freaking went there, because it's like gnarly as hell, and it's like, just one of those things where it's messed up, but it's also like, I'm so glad somebody just did it. But yeah, that scene is awesome. It's like, and the way it even starts too, it's like there's this big hero moment, and then just like, oh shit, and then it just is like a massacre. So yeah, it is absolutely insane. That's like, I'm sure that's what this movie is known for. I think Mikey Fish, actually, a friend of mine on YouTube here. I think he actually did like a movie night one time, and he showed like the end scene to this, or like parts of it, and I was like, dude, what is that movie? And I think I probably just forgot what it was. But yeah, man, I mean, this movie is bad, but I give it so much credit for just being so wild in the end. And yeah, this movie, like, it does have like that like rural or regional horror feel that I really like. This would probably be a good pairing with The Children, which is also like a Trauma release, which I absolutely love that one. That one has like such a great like regional vibe to it as well. But it would probably be a really fun double feature with a group of friends, because they're both kind of absurd. But yeah, we're going to call it a day on Beware Children at Play. How do I even rate this? It's definitely not a good movie, so like I would give it a 5.5, and without that ending it would be more like a 3.5. Like, it's a little bit rough, but yeah, 5.5 out of 10. Definitely worth seeing, though, at least once in your life. So yeah, that's it, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow with another one. Peace out.